In crisis, some companies sink while others swim. Choices really make waves.
8 years they took to go publicly with the dangers of the shield, because during these 8 years, they were basically stonewalling, distracting the publics, were trying to use legal cases, trying to settle cases privately and saying, we are not at fault, we are not at fault. Once they went public, then of course they went bankrupt. And
hopefully some of those people went to jail.
yeah, none of them went to jail. None of them went to jail, unfortunately. And we say that in the book, in the last paragraph, that none of them faced any jail time. So yes, companies close down if they do these kinds of things sometimes, not all the time. That's the human story. Sometimes they go bankrupt, but some companies recover brilliantly if they do this really, really well. We talked about Tylenol. They recovered brilliantly from that episode. Starbucks recovered brilliantly from their problem with the Philadelphia store. And we think Boeing has got into trouble because of the way they've handled it.
Yeah.
They handled it very badly, in our opinion. The first CEO who was in charge of this problem, Dennis Muhlenberg, was fired because the first crash took place. He said the airline was at fault. And he said the pilots were not well trained. They did not follow protocol. The second crash took place. He again followed the same script. But by that time, it was clear that there was something else going on. And it took them a half-hearted apology. And I think they just messed it up right from the first crash.
And of course, the door fell off the plane.
Yes.
And to me, I mean, of course, the plane crash is way worse. For me, it's almost like a door coming off is almost as bad as worse, right?
It could be worse. Alaska Airlines door fell off in January, right? And it was the same aircraft, 737 MAX. So the evidence is not sort of random evidence any longer. It seems to be systematic evidence. And now we know that the company had, production problems, had raw material sourcing issue. Its business model of profit at any cost fed into this situation. They were hyper competitive with Airbus. They were too quick to launch the product. So all these problems are coming out. And they have a third CEO in place in 3 years, 4 years, Kelly Ortberg. He's now the new CEO. He's now facing the strike of the workers.
The machinist strike.
The machinist strike.
So I might be making this up, but I remember reading somewhere, heard somewhere where back in the day, Boeing was run by engineers, but now they're run by like pencil pushers or accountants, right? They're more concerned with the bottom line. I don't know if that's true or not. I might be making that up, but
I'm not sure either. My apologies. We learned through writing that case in the book, we cover that in great detail. I'm not sure about engineers were running it versus accountants running it or marketing people running it. I'm not sure. So I just want to be careful in what I say. But what I do believe is that when Boeing and McDonnell Douglas merged, at that time, Boeing's model became significantly more predicated on profit maximization than it was before that merger. Before that merger, it was more about making the best, the finest, the safest planes on the planet.
And the money, if you do that, the money's going to come.
That's right. The money will come, and they were a very successful organization. They were brand leader, global leader. Yeah. People used to dream of flying a Boeing. And even today, I love the corporation. It's an amazing corporation, 100 years old. So I think that was the critical turning point when the merger took place.
Do you remember what year that was?
We have it written in the book. I forget. But some people said, and again, I'm quoting from the book, that is it that Boeing has taken over McDonnell Douglas? Has McDonnell Douglas taken over Boeing?
Yeah, good point.
Because the culture shifted towards McDonnell Douglas's culture rather than Boeing's culture.
No, Boeing was the one who did the takeover.
That's exactly right. So I don't know whether it was engineers or accountants, but it did become a lot more, significantly more, in one of the principles in our book, if I may use that to close this answer, one of the principles that we talk about is choose principle over profit. And profit will follow, is what we captured in that principle. If you do profit over principle, you will compromise on principles. And that's when, things will start falling apart. And Boeing's case is what we talk about. They chose profit over principle.
Did you research the book? Did you come over the case of Bluebell ice cream?
No.
So Bluebell ice cream, I'm from Texas. It's a Texas ice cream company. I'm like, everyone in Texas, Bluebell's the best ice cream ever, right? Like, talking about brand equity, the best of the best. It's like Bluebell ice cream, Blue Star beer, and Texas barbecue, right? It's the same thing, right? Well, I can't remember when, maybe 4 or 5, maybe 10 years ago, a lot of people started getting sick eating ice cream, right? And they came to figure out there was a factory that had some like listeria, something like some of those in the factories, right? Remember correctly, this Bluebell CEO recalled all the ice cream, and hopefully this is true. Hopefully I'm not making it up. They recalled all the ice cream from all the factories and closed all the factories, right? And like spent like a week cleaning up, right?
Hmm.
So I remember that. That's just popped in my head too, right? Somebody did the right thing.
Sounds like a very, very proactive strategy. Proactive. I don't know the details, and I will definitely make a note of reading up this story because we have a website where we're covering news stories. So I'll definitely cover it. Thank you for sharing that with me. If the CEO reacted fast, one of the principles is act with lightning speed. If the CEO reacted with fast, responded in some way to address consumers' hurt, apology, or publishing an interview that we are looking into it or something of that sort, which shows sincere contrition on the part of the CEO, then he closed the factory and then he fixed the problem.